Hello there, it's Dr. Jim Collins. Welcome to another episode on alcoholism and caregiving. This is a serious topic because there are millions of caregivers out there. Whether you have a license or not, whether you're taking care of a loved one at home, or you are on someone's payroll in a skilled nursing facility, hospital, assisted living, home health care agency, or a hospice care company. You're a caregiver. And sometimes it's very easy for us to deal with stress, depression, anxiety, pressure by self-medicating. And there are a lot of things that we could use to self-medicate. Alcohol is one, but prescription drugs, street drugs, illegal drugs, food, gambling. I mean, we could self-medicate on a lot of different things. So having a drink or two at social events or dinner, going out with family or friends, winding down at home. I'm a sommelier, so I'm going to tell you, I love wine, I study wine, I have a wine room. I studied an entire summer before I took an exam to become a sommelier, but I respect wine. I think it's a gift to us. It's something to be cherished, studied, enjoyed, celebrated with, but not to be guzzled. I do enjoy a couple glasses of wine almost daily. And I've also read the studies on how it's good for health, for heart health, and for possible reduction in cancer risk and neurodegenerative disorders. So I want to be balanced and say everything in moderation. But some experts actually believe that a couple of drinks a day is healthy to prevent heart problems and Alzheimer's, even cancer. This, of course, refers to consuming alcohol in moderation. And that, we always hear that word, moderation. But some people, unfortunately, cannot stop at one or two drinks, or even three. And they may have characteristics of alcoholism, or can be at risk for developing this condition. And that's something very, very serious. People under a lot of stress can be particularly vulnerable to developing alcoholism, including healthcare professionals and informal caregivers. And that's why I put this episode together. America does have a very serious drinking problem. Let me give you a snapshot of this problem. Around 7% of adults engage in heavy drinking on a monthly basis. Almost 17 million adults have some type of alcohol use disorder, and out of these, 1.3 million receive professional help in specialized rehabilitative treatment centers across the country. Around 90,000 American adults die every single year due to just alcohol-related deaths and matters, making them the third leading preventable causes of death. Alcohol-related deaths, the third leading preventable cause of death in the United States. So you see, we do have a problem. And to make matters even worse, alcohol use or abuse is associated with many physical and emotional health conditions, including obvious things like accidents and injuries, cancer, heart problems, depression, liver cirrhosis, dementia, malnutrition, and malnourishment, ulcers, gastrointestinal problems, immune system dysfunction, and osteoporosis. And I could go on and on and on. So before I end, I want to talk about caregiving and coping. Those two things really matter, and they are highly associated. So caregiving, either professionally or in skilled nursing facilities, home health, hospice, or even informally taking care of a loved one at home, does come with a lot of burdens. I know it. I've seen it. I've done it. I was my mother's caregiver for over a decade. I wouldn't replace it with anything in the world. I have zero regrets about it, and guess what? I would do it again. But it was challenging, and there was a lot of stress. And I mean interpersonal stress, stress with my family and my loved ones, marital stress, marital strain. It comes with a big price, and my heart goes to you. It really does, because I went through it. I'm not just talking, in my ivory tower about something that I have not done and experienced with my own hands and my own heart. Simply put, this is not easy. Being a caregiver is not easy. Some experts say that between 10 to 15% of caregivers will develop some type of substance abuse disorder during their time as a caregiver, because it's easy. After a long day, you know what? I deserve a beer or two or three. I deserve a shot. I deserve a bottle of wine. I deserve a joint. I deserve some medication. I get it. Or I deserve, a peanut butter parfait, a peanut butter parfait with a chili dog and French fries to make myself feel better. I mean, many times after visiting my mom in her skilled facility, there was a Dairy Queen right across the street. And I said, oh, you know how I could feel better right now? Chili dog, extra cheddar cheese, raw onions, waffle fries, and a extra thick chocolate malt. It's really easy to do that. And I'd eat it before I get home. And I only live 7 minutes away. So this estimate, between 10 to 15% of caregivers might develop a substance abuse or some type of disorder, self-medicating disorder, that's probably low. Stats are stats. I mean, we can make anything look like anything. 10 to 15%, what do you think? I think it's kind of low. I think it could be 25, 30, 40%. I mean, I'm not going to run out there and tell researchers, hey, guess what? I have a drinking problem because I'm a caregiver, right? So let's just be, let's use common sense here. So the estimate might be low because many caregivers, especially licensed nurses, might be unwilling to participate in a study, or they might be unwilling to reveal that they actually do have a drinking problem. So I'm going to stop there. You could get some more information and resources in other areas. I'm all over the internet, and I have lots of information out there. So check me out in other places. So I'm Dr. Jim. Thank you so much. But if you have a problem, if you think you're developing a problem, if you know someone who is or might, give them a hand. Give them a shoulder to lean on, and be that person that they can talk to. Take care.